A child rushed to the hospital after Lexington police say he suffered a serious head injury. Now they're treating it as a criminal case.
Why a Kentucky lawmaker sponsoring a controversial social media bill is now withdrawing it just days after filing it.
Yes, you can get a refund for your Janet Jackson tickets, but depending on where you got them, it might be trickier to get it than you think.
This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening. What led to a 4-year-old boy suffering serious head injuries? As Lexington police try to find the answers, they also say this case is suspicious.
Police were called to a home on Crosby Drive late this afternoon. The child was then rushed to the hospital. Monique Blair has an update on the investigation. It's our top story at 11.
Lexington police were out here on Crosby Drive for nearly 5 hours Thursday night. They were investigating after they say a 4-year-old boy was unresponsive and then taken to the hospital with internal head injuries. Police say the young boy's injuries were considered suspicious, so they got a search warrant to search this home where the boy lives. We were outside the home as several officers spent about an hour inside searching the home. This incident, police say, is being treated as a criminal case, but at this time, no suspects have been named. One man was arrested shortly after police arrived to the home Thursday afternoon. He was arrested on unrelated charges. Police tell me they have questioned that same man about this incident as well. But right now, police tell me this is very much an active investigation, and also because of the sensitive nature of the case. Not many details are being released at this time. Lexington police tell me the 4-year-old boy's mother rode with him in the ambulance to the hospital Thursday afternoon. We don't know his condition at this time. In Lexington, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Lexington police say they do expect to release more information about this investigation sometime tomorrow.
Investigators are calling it a shocking discovery. They say they found an elderly, malnourished woman living alone in the bathroom of her Boyle County home. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office says they were called to the home on Lebanon Road to check on the woman, and once inside, they say the woman told them she had lived in her bathroom for 3 years, had been sleeping in a chair, and drinking only condensed milk. The sheriff says there was not any heat in the home. The woman was taken to the hospital. Investigators say they can't track down family members. The hospital wanted to release her, but the sheriff wouldn't allow it.
So I appear before Judge Dotson and sign an affidavit that, it's my opinion that if I take her back to that house, I'm taking her back to her death.
The sheriff wants the judge to step in and ask Adult Protective Services to help the woman.
In a WKYT exclusive, Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis said the experience of being in the national spotlight made her a stronger person and strengthened her faith. Davis gave her first local media interview today during a taping of Kentucky Newsmakers with our Bill Bryant. She refused to issue marriage licenses last year after the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage. Davis said her stance was never about gay marriage.
And no offense, the media has made it into an issue that really it wasn't for me. Now, it may have been for them, but it was never that issue, of a gay or a lesbian issue for me. It was always about standing up for the Word of God.
You can watch the full interview with Kim Davis on Kentucky Newsmakers this Sunday morning at 6 on WKYT and then again at 10 on the CW Lexington.
New tonight, a state bill that would limit what you can post on social media after seeing a life-threatening event has been withdrawn. State Representative Bam Carney, who sponsored the bill, said he was just trying to start a conversation about the topic. He says that's been accomplished, so he withdrew the bill. The bill would have fined people who posted information identifying people involved in a life-threatening event on social media for the first hour after the incident or event happened. Lawyers claim the bill would have been unconstitutional.
The mild temperatures we had today felt good, but it looks like another Arctic blast is heading towards the bluegrass. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look now at your forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Amber. A day that has been much milder than where we have been over the past couple of weeks, and certainly what is normal for this time of year, although this winter time we've just thrown normal out the window on both sides of the spectrum. Comparing now to 24 hours ago, we're running from 9 degrees to 20 degrees above this same point last night. Lexington, current temperature low 40s. That's warmer than the normal high should be for this time of year. And with clouds coming in, still that gusty southwesterly wind, those thermometers tonight are going to struggle to get much below the 40-degree mark, and in most cases should stay 40 degrees or better right on the end of the day tomorrow. Here is the setup. Clouds are streaming in from the south. Big area of low pressure across the Gulf of Mexico, cold high pressure across the Plain States. If you want a big winter storm around here, that front that is out to our west, you would want that to be right on top of Kentucky about right now with low pressure to the south. Those two aren't meeting up to give us a big blast of snow, but they're going to give us some rain tomorrow with that low working toward the Carolinas. And then the cold front making its way toward Kentucky. That cold air behind that will arrive as we go into tomorrow night. Forecast for tomorrow, low 40s to begin the day as some showers creep into southern Kentucky. On and off rains throughout the better part of the day. Not going to rain all day, and you may spike close to 50 degrees. So we've got the rain coming in after today's mild temperatures. Arctic blast this weekend, and the numbers into early next week likely to be the coldest we've had so far this year. Guys, I've got a brand new hour-by-hour forecast to share with you in just a matter of minutes.
Chris, thank you. It was already postponed, but tonight we have learned Janet Jackson's concert in Lexington won't be happening at all.
Jackson's rescheduled tour dates didn't work for Rupp Arena. In fact, the arena will not be scheduling events at all this summer because of some planned technical upgrades. As Garrett Weimer tells us, new tonight at 11, getting a refund for concert tickets will be much easier for some people than others.
You could call it bad timing.
We could not get a date to fit with our construction schedule.
There's a lot of work ahead at Rupp Arena. Structural and steel work from June to September and installing a new video board by October.
The obvious question is, well, if you're doing all that, why can't you stop for one day to do a show? It's much more complicated than just stopping for one day. It'll take several days to get the crane out, to get everything out that would be construction going on to get it out, then do the show for a single day, and then several days to get it all back in and moving again.
Hall says with all the equipment and materials, it would end up being about a week with no construction. Time, he says, they simply don't have. Hall says all of the tickets will be refunded. If you buy your tickets on Ticketmaster.com, they'll automatically refund you. If you bought them here at the box office, just come back and get your refund. If you bought your tickets secondhand from someone, it's a little trickier.
If you bought it on a secondary market, wherever it may be, you have to go back to where you purchased it also. Even though you have a Ticketmaster ticket, potentially, if it's not in your name and in your account, you won't be refunded on that. So anyone who bought on a secondary market has to go back to their original purchaser as well.
In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And as far as those renovations go at Rupp, Hall says the new video board is scheduled to debut for Big Blue Madness. Rupp Arena was able to fit in the circus during the month of September.
With the first contest in Iowa just a few weeks away, the Republican presidential candidates gathered in South Carolina for the first debate of 2016. And it didn't take long for the conversation to get personal. Weijia Jiang has more.
Frontrunner Donald Trump brought his birther argument against his closest rival to center stage in a debate on the Fox Business Network. Trump claims Ted Cruz isn't qualified to run because he was born to a U.S. citizen on Canadian soil.
Why are you raising this issue now? Because now he's doing a little bit better. No, I didn't care before.
I've spent my entire life defending the Constitution before the U.S. Supreme Court, and I'll tell you, I'm not going to be taking legal advice from Donald Trump.
You don't have to.
But Trump made no apologies for his tone, rebuffing criticism from the GOP and South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley.
I'm angry because our country is a mess.
Cruz also took heat for failing to disclose a $1 million loan from Goldman Sachs used to finance his 2012 Senate campaign.
Yes, I made a paperwork error disclosing it on one piece of paper instead of the other.
But the universal opponent on stage was Democrat Hillary Clinton.
Someone who lies to the families of those 4 victims in Benghazi can never be president of the United States.
If she gets elected, her first 100 days, instead of setting an agenda, she might be going back and forth between the White House and the courthouse.
The candidates get another chance to face off in 2 weeks, just days before the Iowa caucuses. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, North Charleston, South Carolina.
Kentucky Senator Rand Paul refused to take part in the undercard debate tonight, saying his campaign would only take part in top-tier events. Instead, he held a town hall forum on Twitter during the main debate.
Some frightening moments for a Southern Kentucky sheriff's deputy. In 9 minutes, what happened when police say he came face to face with a couple of theft suspects.
And then some big changes are being planned for some land near a busy Lexington intersection. What will soon be built there?
When winter is at its worst, that's when WKYT calls a First Alert Severe Weather Day, keeping your family safe with the power of the Defender Radar Network and the entire First Alert Weather team, plus continuous coverage on air, on WKYT.com, and wherever you are with our news and weather apps. Because when the snow starts falling, it takes an experienced team to stand for you when the weather gets tough. First Alert Severe Weather Days, only on WKYT.
If you need a reason to start celebrating Super Bowl 50 early, I'll give you two.
Get a large one-topping pizza for only 50 cents when you order any large pizza at regular menu price.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better football. PapaJohns.com.
Are you happy with your bathroom? I wasn't. I thought I didn't have the money until I learned about Bathfitter. Bathfitter puts a new bathtub right over your old one. Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure and install right over your existing tub. And only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantees a watertight fit. Plus, they do it all in just one day. That's my favorite part. Book a free consultation and find out for yourself. Call today or learn more at bathfitternow.com.
After you're injured at work, a lot of times the insurance company will attempt to call you, take statements. Don't speak to them until you speak with an experienced workers' compensation attorney.
The insurance company will attempt to settle your case for pennies on the dollar. Before you talk to the insurance company, call us first.
Our job is to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast. 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
Looking to fall in love this Valentine's Day? Fall in love with summer at the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show. Make it a date or bring the entire family. You're going to fall in love with the selection and savings. Shop the latest boats, RVs, and motorsports. Zipline across Rupp Arena with Red River Gorge Zipline. Brought to you by Kentucky Select Chevy Dealers. This year's special guest is everyone's favorite angler, G-Man, Gerald Swindle. Visit the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show. Brought to you by Lee's Ford Marina.
If you need a reason to start celebrating Super Bowl 50 early, I'll give you two.
Get a large one-topping pizza for only 50 cents when you order any large pizza at regular menu price.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better football. PapaJohns.com.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 98.1 The Bull. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
It continues to be a very active weather pattern across North America right now. We just happen to be in a little bubble of some milder temperatures across the Bluegrass State. You know what? In the Atlantic today, we had a hurricane form. That's right, a January hurricane. First true January hurricane since 1938. No threat to land. Interesting nonetheless. Let's get into what's going on locally and show you the winds that are coming out of the south across the Bluegrass State. Low pressure in the Gulf of Mexico, high pressure off the southeastern seaboard. Another front to our west. That's putting us in that nice southerly wind flow. Mild air out ahead of this front. You can really see where the air is piling up. See where the air is bumping up against this front here? Well, that's all the front is, where the air is kind of piling up there. Colder stuff coming in behind it with the warm air out ahead of that. And what we're seeing across Kentucky now, that southerly wind flow keeping those thermometers up into the 40s across the entire area. 41, you may see some pockets of upper 30s showing up as we go through the overnight. 40-ish tomorrow morning. A little bit of light rain zips in from southwest to northeast. Then as the day goes on, we're going to turn wetter. I think we've got 50 left in the tank, at least one more day of it. And then a chill down comes our way tomorrow evening. Clouds continue to filter in from south to north across Kentucky, but your Defender Radar Network says no precipitation is out there yet, and probably not going to get anything until we go into tomorrow morning. And then it will be game on for some rain that will work in from southwest to northeast. This model run likely lagging a little behind, but we'll keep the rain train going into tomorrow evening. Take the umbrellas with you first thing out the door tomorrow morning. Even though it's not going to be raining, in all likelihood, when you head into work and school, you will put it to use at some point later in the day. Then into the day on Saturday, notice all the clouds around, a lot of low-level moisture. Combine that with a northwesterly wind, always a good flow to squeeze out at least some light snow showers and flurries. Out on the town Saturday evening into the upper 20s. No real accumulation Saturday, by the way. We go into Sunday now. We'll see temperatures try to spike a little bit ahead of an Arctic front that is right on top of us as we go through your Sunday night into Monday morning, with temperatures that will be down into the single digits in some cases on Monday morning, if not flirting with zero. The Arctic is wide open. We've had a couple of shots of Arctic air so far over the past few weeks. January has been just a 180 from what we had in December, not only in Kentucky, but most of the country too. And look at that streamline. Look at the flow coming in from where the coldest areas across parts of the upper Midwest. Minus 10, 20, 30 below zero. Why not? That's how cold that area is, and we're going to get in on some of that. What about the snow chances? A little light snow and flurry action on Saturday, low 30s. Best chance for some snows right along that Arctic front late in the day on Sunday. So, kiddos, if we are to get a little accumulation this weekend, that's your chance. Notice I say little. Then the bitter cold temperatures follow that up into Monday. Lows, if skies completely clear out, either Monday morning and or Tuesday morning, we will make a run at zero if we can clear the skies out. Some indication clouds may linger a little bit into Monday morning. Highs upper teens to low 20s. And by the end of next week, another system catching my attention that will skirt across the Tennessee Valley could be a little messy into parts of our region. It's active over the next week at least.
Messy, interesting.
And 50 tomorrow.
And 50 tomorrow. There you go. Thank you, Chris.
You got it.
A middle school held a party tonight that organizers hope would help change lives for the better in the new year. We'll explain in 7 minutes.
Bud's Gun Shop and Range has Kentucky's largest selection of firearms and ammo. Sharpen your skills in our indoor shooting range and check out our huge selection of all-American Ruger firearms, including the new LC9S, located on Industry Road behind Eastland Shopping Center.
Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs is having a fantastic holiday sale. Come in and shop and save on great furniture. Save up to $500 on selected Lazy Boy recliners, now only $392. Save $1,000 off Sealy queen sets, now only $799. Save an additional 25% off all Tempur-Pedic floor models. This sale is so big, even Vito is helping to get ready for this fantastic holiday sale at Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs.
This is Brett Melrose. With winter almost here, the experienced team at Fayette Heating and Air stands ready to serve you, dedicated to keeping you and your family comfortable around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, with no additional overtime fees ever. Fayette Heating and Air, we're the biggest because we're the best, and we're here for you anytime, day or night. Call 233-0424. Fayette Heating and Air, complete home solutions.
Home. Home is about comfort, and that is exactly what we create. When you partner with us, you team with experts, not only in the latest technologies, but uniquely skilled in turning know-how into wow. A home that starts when you are ready and lets you know what's happening. A home that works for you. Not just any home, your home. Get your free in-home consultation today. Bluegrass Home Entertainment. Are you ready to be wowed?
At Stones and Granite of Lexington, we'll top off your projects with the finest marble, granite, quartz, or natural stone. Get luxurious results that only look like you spent a fortune. Call now for more information on our monthly specials. Take us for granted at Stones and Granite.
Globetrotters, you have nothing on me. Maybe a little bit.
Come watch WKYT's Micah Harris take on the Harlem Globetrotters this Saturday.
Looking to fall in love this Valentine's Day? Fall in love with summer at the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show. Shop the latest boats, RVs, and motorsports. Visit the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show, brought to you by Lee's Ford Marina.
It happens every year. It's out with the old, in with the new. And with new arrivals coming daily, Furniture World Superstore showroom is overstocked. Now through Monday, to make room, we've reduced prices up to 50% off furniture for every room. It's Furniture World's January clearance, with more savings on the best styles, leading brands, and our biggest selection ever. Find sofas, just $459. Restana Queen mattress sets, only $299. Plus, take 1 full year to pay interest-free. Now through Monday at all 5 Furniture World Superstore locations.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on News Radio 630 WLAP. Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
New tonight, police in Knox County arrested 2 theft suspects they say rammed their car into a deputy's cruiser.
The Knox County Sheriff's Office says Roosevelt Adams and Patricia Forbes stole a laptop computer from an unlocked car and then drove off. Deputies say they spotted the suspect's car later that night and tried to stop it.
The driver of the vehicle failed to comply with the demands of Deputy Ashurst and the Corbin police officer to stop his vehicle. At that point, rammed into the front of the Knox County Sheriff cruiser.
Police charge Adams, the driver, with theft, wanton endangerment, resisting arrest, and DUI. They charged Forbes with theft. No one was injured. Also new tonight, the Madison County Sheriff's Office has arrested 2 people for an armed robbery that happened nearly 4 months ago. Both 30-year-old Clell Swinney and 22-year-old Danielle Young have been charged with robbery. Deputies say the Midway Express store in Berea was robbed at gunpoint the morning of September 21st. They say during the course of the investigation, they developed leads that led them to the suspects.
Tonight, the Kentucky Blood Center is asking for help. Workers say they need blood donations. They say because of the holidays and recent cold weather, fewer people have been stopping by to donate blood, and that's hurting the blood supply. The Blood Center had to cancel some blood drives because of the weather. Workers say that since Saturday, they've had nearly 300 more blood transfusions than donors.
Tonight, the husband and manager of singer Celine Dion has died after a long battle with throat cancer. A coroner in the Las Vegas area says Dion's husband, 73-year-old Renee, died today at his home. The couple has 3 children. Dion returned to her residency show in Las Vegas last August after taking a year off to care for her husband. A post on her website tonight said that the family is asking for privacy during this time.
New tonight, we're learning more about a new apartment complex being planned near the Hamburg area of Lexington. Miller Valentine Group announcing today it will build Waterstone, a luxury apartment complex near Man o' War and Polo Club Boulevard. The complex will have 264 apartments. Miller Valentine bought the nearly 10 acres of land for the complex for nearly $3 million. New tonight, a Lexington Middle School held an event tonight to help people get healthy in 2016. Leestown Middle hosted its annual Community Health and Wellness Party. It included healthy food, demonstrations, free health screenings, exercise, and even line dancing, led by UK's Dance Blues students.
We just want to encourage our community to take charge of their health and to show them that being healthy can be fun.
Yes, it can. Health and Wellness Party organizers say at one point people were lined up out the door, just waiting to get inside.
Well, that's great. In the new year, everybody wants to be healthy, so good. Coach Cal's players had a shot at the lottery last night.
Well, that's right. All but one who sold his, but Cal brought up the lottery again today. And the UK women taking on the number 2 team in the country tonight, South Carolina. The highlights are next in sports.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 98.1 The Bull.
For 90 years, we've been turning moments like this into unforgettable memories like that.
Coming to Rupp Arena this Saturday at 7. Great seats at the arena box office or Ticketmaster.com.
At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts. Visit BaptistHealthTalks.com to view a video of cardiologist Michael Rukavina on a new leadless pacemaker technology. Baptist Health Lexington. Be a healthier you.
Get weather plus traffic with a WKYT weather app. Have the Defender radar network in the palm of your hand while checking your driving conditions for your commute on the same screen. Weather plus traffic on the WKYT weather app.
What do these women have in common? They are the staff of Ageless Medical Weight Loss. They've lost a combined 1,300 pounds. The team at Ageless will understand your struggles and celebrate your victories. For a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution, call Ageless today for a free consultation.
Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $22 million, and Saturday's Powerball jackpot is $40 million.
Hello. Welcome.
That's an egg!
It's hard to prepare for something when you're not ready for it, huh? Want to meet a car that can detect things before you can?
Yeah.
The Chevy Equinox offers forward collision alert. It can help warn you when you're approaching another vehicle too fast so you can take action.
GM employees and eligible family members with a current GM lease can get this Chevy Equinox LT for $199 a month.
See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
The flu virus hits big, with aches, chills, and fever. There's no such thing as a little flu, and it needs a big solution, an antiviral.
So when the flu hits, call your doctor right away and up the ante with antiviral Tamiflu. Prescription Tamiflu is an antiviral that attacks the flu virus at its source and helps stop it from spreading in the body. Tamiflu is FDA approved to treat the flu in people 2 weeks of age and older whose flu symptoms started within the last 2 days. Before taking Tamiflu, tell your doctor if you're pregnant, nursing, have serious health conditions, or take other medicines. If you develop an allergic reaction, a severe rash, or signs of unusual behavior, stop taking Tamiflu and call your doctor immediately. Children and adolescents in particular may be at an increased risk of seizures, confusion, or abnormal behavior. The most common side effects are mild to moderate nausea and vomiting. Anti-flu? Go antiviral with Tamiflu.
This is Monster Jam, and there's no holding back. See Gravedigger, Backwards Bomb, and more. Monster Jam, coming to Rupp Arena, February 27th.
Just into the news. Kentucky, we hear you. There's more real news every morning on CBS This Morning. Right after WKYT This Morning, your most watched station.
Unbeaten at number 2 ranked South Carolina coming into the Coliseum tonight to take on 9th ranked Kentucky. And a fast start for the Cats. Evelyn Akator goes down the lane. Kentucky out to a 13-5 lead at the start. Late second quarter, Janae Thompson takes it the length of the court. Cats led by 4 at the half, 32-28. South Carolina come back strong in the third quarter. Asa Wilson, who had 26 points, 13 rebounds, the lay-in. Gamecocks up 1. Fourth quarter, Thompson out of the corner, knocks down the 3, tied the game at 56. But the Gamecocks took over. Wilson, the putback and the foul. And then she stepped up to the line, missed the free throw, but Tiffany Mitchell is there with a putback. South Carolina led it by 9, and the Gamecocks remain undefeated. The Cats fall to 2-2 in the SEC.
We just had a real hard time with Asa Wilson tonight. She was really, really tough, and I thought our team came out and played real hard and gave a lot of effort. We're just not at a state right now where we can execute well enough and sharp enough on defense where we can, stop that team.
John Calipari said today he hasn't talked to Alex Poythress and Marcus Lee much after Tuesday's game with Mississippi State. Poythress and Lee struggled in the game. Lee fouled out, but Cal said he did ask his players about last night's $1.5 billion lottery drawing.
I hit all the guys last night just to see if any of them hit the lottery. And they'll hit me back, no. And then I hit them and said, you still have a ticket. You. So, but that cuts to the point of Marcus and Alex. You got a ticket. You got to scratch it. You got the ticket. So, we got time. We got a month and a half maybe.
Calipari and his team on the road at Auburn Saturday. It'll be a 4 o'clock tip on ESPN. EKU on the road tonight at Eastern Illinois, and inside, big Trey Anderson puts it in and draws the foul. 3-point play, Colonels fell down by 9. EKU answering at the other end. Jarrell, nice feed to Mayo. He scores and draws the foul. But this one was an uphill battle. Second half, Colonels down by 11. Jalen Bab Harrison knocking down the 3 from the wing. Eastern falling on the road, though, 97-85. Georgetown and Cumberland University going at it tonight. Second half, Tigers up 15. The give is to Jordan Green, the former Henry Clay star. He gets the basket and the foul, crashing to the floor. More from the G-men. Noah Cottrell. This kid can shoot. 7 threes on the night. He finished with 22. Georgetown was in cruise control most of the night. The steal by Tony Kimbrough Jr. getting it back, finishing the play. Tigers win easily 94-70. On to the high school action. Henry Clay at Dunbar. The Bulldogs wearing the Dunbar Bearcats green jerseys. Jordan Lewis sizing up the three and hitting. He had 14 for the Dogs. Henry Clay making a game of it. Nice pass to Leander Ridgway. He races the other way, scores. But this game belonged to Dunbar. Jordan Brown will take the rock and connect on the mid-range jumper. Dunbar a winner, 64-46. And Lexington Catholic at home tonight against Tates Creek. The Knights taking control early. The three is no good, but Peter Whitman working hard for the rebound and the tough putback for two. UK assistant Kenny Payne on hand to watch his son Zan Payne. And on cue, the youngster delivers. Mid-range jumper looking like his dad's form. Payne had 9 on the night. The Knights forcing the turnover quickly ahead to the star of the game, Blake Scott. Lexington Catholic winning it 85-53. Stay with us. Matt Jones is next talking about Auburn and Kentucky.
Are you happy with your bathroom? I wasn't. But for years, I didn't do anything about it. Like many people, I thought I didn't have the money until I learned about the brilliant solution from Bathfitter. Bathfitter puts a new bathtub right over your old one. Isn't that amazing? Bathfitter will measure and make you a new custom bathtub that they install right over your existing one with beautiful matching walls. That means you don't have to rip out your old tub, so there's no demolition or ridiculous costs. And they do it all in just one day. That's my favorite part. Plus, you get to choose everything. Book a free consultation and find out for yourself. Here's a before and after photo. This is a gorgeous acrylic tub that fit right over the old one. And only Bathfitter has seamless walls, which guarantee a watertight fit. When you change your tub, you change your bathroom, and that can change your life. I know because I did it. Call today or learn more at bathfitternow.com.
The Big Blue Nation destination is Paul Miller.
It's time to get into the news. Trade up to a new Ford from Paul Miller. Save with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $2,000 trade assist. New 2016 Ford Fusions as low as $16,990. New 2016 Ford Escapes as low as $17,990. And new 2016 Ford F-150s as low as $23,990.
Point, click, drive. PaulMillerFord.com.
Globetrotters, you have nothing on me. Maybe a little bit.
Come watch WKYT's Micah Harris take on the Harlem Globetrotters this Saturday.
Looking to fall in love this Valentine's Day? Fall in love with summer at the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show. Shop the latest boats, RVs, and motorsports. Visit the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show, brought to you by Lee's Ford Marina.
Ciao. I'm Sam Dick, inviting WKYT TV viewers to join me on a tour to classic Italy, October 8th to the 16th. We'll cruise the timeless canals of Venice by gondola, tour the Renaissance works of art in Florence, and discover the world-famous landmarks of Rome, including the renowned Colosseum and Trevi Fountain, plus a special visit to Vatican City. All airfare and great hotels included. For your free brochure, call Holiday Vacations at 1-800-826-2266.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. WKYT.
Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs is having a fantastic holiday sale. Come in and shop and save on great furniture. Save up to $500 on selected Lazy Boy recliners, now only $392. Save $1,000 off Sealy queen sets, now only $799. Save an additional 25% off all Tempur-Pedic floor models. This sale is so big, even Vito is helping to get ready for this fantastic holiday sale at Suff's Furniture and Oriental Rugs.
Bringing the news to you when TV isn't an option. WKYT News, now streaming live on your mobile device. Always here, so you can be anywhere. Get WKYT news and weather updates on 98.1 The Bull.
Kentucky is about to hit the road to play Auburn on Saturday in a game that I think will be more difficult than fans realize. Bruce Pearl and John Calipari have a long rivalry that goes back to the Memphis, Tennessee days, and a lot of those games were epic showdowns. When he came to Knoxville, he wasn't able to beat Kentucky often, but if you'll remember, he played them close a number of times. Now his Auburn team has struggled. They're only 7-8, and for most of the season, they just haven't been able to completely get in gear. But a win over Kentucky could make his season and help Bruce Pearl build that program. He's got a big recruiting class coming in next year, and if he can sell one major defining win, it can help a great deal. Kentucky's going to have to stop the three. Bruce Pearl's team likes to spread you out, take threes, and when possible, get offensive rebounds. That's exactly the kind of thing that's made Kentucky have difficulty in the past, and they got to be real careful it doesn't happen on Saturday. Get the road win, come home, and it'll be a big victory. I'm Matt Jones, and this has been Overtime.
All right, our overtime is heading into colder weather.
Yeah, this weekend especially. Tomorrow, rain. Take the umbrellas tomorrow morning. Few flakes on Saturday. Better chance late Sunday than Arctic cold early next week.
Well, despite rain, it's still Friday tomorrow. That's the good news. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good week.
The glass half full. Love it.